Hey guys, it's Dude. Welcome back to Tsukihime. We're with Misaki once again. So last time we walked in on Akiha while she was sucking Kohaku's breast, but not in the way you'd think. She seems to be a vampire.
Yeah, she was feeding.
Yeah. So we'll see if we can get to the bottom of that today. We might be able to get to one of the endings. I'm not sure exactly how much is left, but we're getting close. Let's see, what was the last save? Number 20? 9. Blood-sucking demon. 9th day, October 29th, Friday. That's next week, except it's the wrong day. I jump out of bed. It's almost 6 in the morning. Even senpai. Why? No, that woman in priestly robes wasn't necessarily senpai. Because there was something different about her. The me inside the dream was strange, but that senpai was even stranger. Leaping from rooftop to rooftop and throwing swords like bullets. It almost seemed like senpai was more of a monster than the killer. So it has to be a dream. Because when I opened my eyes, I was sleeping in my own bed. That's a weird way to phrase that. I could just call it a dream. I laugh. Whether or not it was a dream isn't the problem. What I remember and how much I didn't want to kill are meaningless. All I know is my body is still excited. The feel of breaking the man's neck, of skewering Ciel Senpai's arms over her head, and licking her body. I can still feel the heat of her breath. So whether it was a dream or reality makes no difference. I killed someone and tried to senpai in either case. Not in the first minute.
Excuse me.
There. Hisui enters carrying my school uniform.
Good morning, Shiki-sama.
Yeah, morning, Hisui. I answer, shaking off the remaining sensation of senpai's warmth. But it's no good. Even though Hisui came to wake me up, I still can't help but feel depressed.
Shiki-sama? You seem pale. Are you still ill?
Nah, it's not that. I'm always like this in the morning. I get out of bed. My head aches, but I ignore it. I go to the sitting room. I bet Akiha's waiting.
No. It seems that Akiha-sama's not feeling well this morning either. So she shall be absent from school today.
But she was fine just last night.
I cannot say. Since I heard this only from Nessan, I do not know the details.
I see. Another fit like before, I guess.
Nessan is in the sitting room, so please ask her for the details.
With that, Hisui leaves.
Good morning, Shiki-san. You're up early today.
Morning, Kohaku-san. I heard Akiha's condition is bad. What happened?
Hisui-chan told you? Akiha-sama has a bit of a fever, so she's taking today off.
A fever? But why?
Well, she's been really busy since you got back, hasn't she? Speaking with relatives, arrangements to change schools. She's just tired out.
Just tired out? Really?
Of course. Oh, Shiki-san, you're panicking. She must be really important to you.
Kohaku-san laughs happily. As she speaks, I realize how tense I was getting. Nah, I wasn't really worried about Akiha. I was just...
Just what, Shiki-san?
Her eyes stare straight at me. I'm not good at lying, and I don't want to betray my feelings. No, you're right. Akiha's important to me, so like you said, I was worried. Though I'm embarrassed, I tell Kohaku-san my true feelings.
Shiki-san, you're very honest today. Please say that when Akiha-sama is here.
With an innocent smile, she says something pretty scary. Oh, come on, there's no way I could tell Akiha that. By the way, is she still asleep?
Yes, she took some medicine and went to sleep a short while ago. She said there's no need to visit, so Nissan should just go to school.
Really? Well, then, I'm glad. I sit down on a sofa. At least this is one less thing to worry about.
Shiki-san, last night, were you really talking to Akiha-sama in the garden?
That's right, I couldn't sleep yesterday, and when I looked out, Akiha was in the garden, so I went out and talked to her for a bit. Why?
Well, Hisui-chan said so I was a bit worried. But Shiki-san, you shouldn't be going outside late at night. It's dangerous these days.
Because of the killer, right? I think I know that better than anyone.
Even so, please take care. Apparently a man was killed in town last night.
I jump off the sofa. Kohaku-san, is that true?
Yes, it was on the morning news. Since the victims have all been women until now, they seem to be talking about it a lot.
A man. A male victim. The unknown man I killed in the dream.
Shiki-san?
Kohaku-san is saying something. No, it's nothing. That's all I can say as I stand in amazed shock. I arrive at school. It's 7:50. Even though I left the mansion very early, I still only made it to school at the last minute. The reason is obvious. The possibility that I might be a killer slowed me down. I step through the gate. There are people like me all around going to class. Every time I see them, I freeze. There are people who never think of murder. And amongst them are people like me attending the same lessons. Yumizuka, at last I know how you felt. No, I can't compare my situation to hers. But perhaps now I understand a little of her feelings. The way I am now, I can't be here. I've killed many people already. It doesn't matter if it's a dream or not, but with desires like that, I must not be here. Ha. Oh, ha. I smile wryly. A few days ago, I wouldn't even have imagined something like this. Hey, you, if you just stand around like that, you'll be late. Eh? Someone hits me on the shoulder. Ah, darn it.
Oh. Good morning, Tono-kun. We're here today at the same time.
I'm so surprised I can't speak.
What's wrong? Your face is red, Tono-kun.
I forgot. Thinking only about myself, I forgot about Senpai. Last night, the black figure who appeared before me as I killed, pursuing the killer, caught by the killer and secured from behind. And then, the body, I was about to... Senpai, I don't know what to say. I should apologize for last night, but I still don't know myself whether that was a dream or not. But more than anything...
Yes? What is it, Tono-kun?
No, you seem the same as ever, Senpai. More than anything, Senpai is the same as ever. So either last night's events were just a dream, or the figure in black wasn't CL Senpai. The person who was skewered with an iron pipe last night would not be attending school today, and if CL Senpai was the figure from yesterday, she should not be smiling warmly at the killer.
Tono-kun? Is something wrong? Your face keeps going red and blue. Are you not feeling well? An autumn cold, perhaps?
No, it's not that. It's just... The feel of last night's dream is still with me, and I can't look directly at Senpai. The gleam of naked skin, its soft texture. My fingers gripping her soft breast with most of the red blood flowing over her like a tattoo. This is bad. I remember too much. It's too real. Let's save here.
Tono-kun? You've really been strange for a while. Maybe you should take some medicine from the nurse's office before going to class?
Is she concerned? Senpai peers up at me. Wait, Senpai. If she gets close, I'll remember last night's dream. With Ciel Senpai's face appearing before me, I could feel my face going completely red.
You seem really ill.
Dropping her shoulders in amazement, Senpai stretches out her hand. Senpai's hand touches my forehead. Her warmth and gentle touch is too much. Wait, Senpai, it's nice, but right now it's a bit...
It doesn't feel like you have a fever.
Senpai ignores my words, pressing her hand against my forehead. And she takes my temperature. I catch sight of a bandage under the sleeve of Senpai's uniform. The bandage goes a little way down from the base of her palm. There's no mistaking it. This is where she was skewered last night. My body heat vanishes instantly. I feel as if reality is collapsing around me. Senpai, that bandage on your arm. What happened?
This? Well, it's embarrassing. But it was my own negligence. It healed already, but I felt like putting a bandage on. It's nothing major, so don't worry about it.
Senpai speaks casually. Why? Because I know it's a lie. No, it is something major. Since you were skewered by that iron pipe, I bet it still hurts. Then the smile vanishes from Senpai's face. Thump. The atmosphere in my dream returns. For an instant, the air around me freezes.
Tono-kun, do you have a moment?
Saying so, Senpai takes my arm. I can't find words yet. Ciel Senpai says nothing, and she pulls me behind the school building.
Yes, I made you skip class.
For some reason, Senpai sounds so normal. I can say nothing. I can only hang awkwardly on this ray of hope. That in a moment, Senpai will say, "What are you talking about?" Last night? Oh wait. What? So last Tono-kun? That dream will be a dream after all, and Senpai will just be Senpai. Senpai,
Yes, I should show you this first.
Interrupting me, Ciel Senpai rolls up the sleeves of both arms. Both arms weak, wrapped in bandages.
As you say, this happened last night.
I can't ask who did it, because it is my doing. But it's clear now. It's the truth. I am a killer who has killed many people already. Crap, it's real. It really happened. Senpai says nothing else, but merely stares at me. At me. She knows Tonoshiki is the killer. Then why? Why? Why does she... Why have you said nothing until now, senpai? You knew I was the killer, right? So why didn't you? I can't understand why she continued to be my ordinary school senpai. I've killed people. I did that to you last night. How can you face me like that, senpai?
It's not unusual. I'm your senpai, so why shouldn't I? Whatever you say, I haven't seen you out at night.
Straightening, she speaks frankly. What? She hasn't met me at night, but yesterday we were fighting to the death? What are you talking about, senpai? Twice now you've interrupted me killing someone.
It's true, but I've never raised a sword against you.
What? That's nonsense. You've thrown loads of them at me. I saw it clearly. Or are you saying that figure wasn't you? Are you pretending not to know?
Well, I would like to feign ignorance if I could, but there's no reason to if you've seen that much.
Senpai's attitude is completely unchanged. Senpai's words just seem not to the point. No, she is purposely doing so. If I calm down, I'm not one to talk, but Senpai isn't exactly normal either. So is that why she's trying to evade my questions? Senpai, please answer me seriously. There's too much I don't understand. I'll go crazy. Ciel Senpai, why were you doing that?
Tono-kun, you look scary.
I don't know how serious she is, but Senpai pulls away from me. Somehow she dodges the question completely. Senpai, please answer me seriously. Last night and before that, what were you? It was something no ordinary human can do.
What do you mean, that?
I mean, that ridiculous movement, throwing all those swords. I saw about 20 swords. Where were you keeping them all? And last night...
Yes, what about last night?
Last night, I stabbed you with an iron pipe. So how can you be walking around so calmly today? However you look at it, it's not normal. Senpai, are you really human? For a moment, Senpai glances down with a terribly sad expression.
I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea. I only have the name Ciel, an exorcist specializing in vampires. I know that I'm not an ordinary human like you.
Vampires, Senpai?
Don't worry. I'm not from around here, so I'm already ready for you to look at me that way.
Looking away, she says something incomprehensible. Hold on, Senpai. What do you mean by exorcist?
An exorcist is an exorcist. A member of a holy order who has learned the rites for banishing demons. Don't you know, Tono-kun? It's a common word, so I thought you'd know it. Well, to be honest, I do more extermination than banishing, so I'm a bit different. Would it help if I said it's more like a sorceress? It's not exactly right. In fact, it's almost the opposite, but perhaps it'll be easier for you to understand.
A sorceress? But that's... I can hardly call it impossible. After all, I've seen her superhuman powers. But I can't believe it. Or maybe I don't want to believe it. Since she was such a kind senpai, maybe I just want Ciel to stay a senpai. That's a lie. Without realizing it, those words escaped my mouth.
Yep, you're right. It's a lie. It's all nonsense, so please don't believe any of it.
She won't say anything. She's just going to let it disappear as a lie. No, this isn't nonsense. I don't want to accept it, but I have to. Why is it? Senpai lowers her eyes sadly. But I don't know what's happening either, but I have tried to kill people, and you always... Wait. You always saved me. I don't understand anything, but I know that.
Wasn't that just a dream? You're just an ordinary high school student. You have my word.
Just an ordinary... Even if it is a dream, someone who enjoys murder every night is living with other normal people. Even I feel bad about being bad. Yes, feeling the urge to kill people. Not merely in dreams, but I have such desires in reality too. And not strangers. Akiha, the person I know best. A killer, huh? Yeah, now that I state it, I understand. It's natural for you to come to me every night. You can't leave such a dangerous guy alone. So you were going to kill me, senpai? Why won't you answer? Say something, senpai.
Ah.
I grab senpai's arm around the bandage and drag her towards me. Senpai says nothing, looking down. I don't understand. I don't understand anything, senpai. I don't understand myself anymore. So please, senpai, if you know anything, please tell me.
Tono-kun, do you really believe you're the killer?
I can't think of anything else. So I just want to rest now. Since I don't know myself, I want to hear it clearly from you. And then, even if I have to die, I'll be ready for it.
Why?
Senpai?
Why can't you just laugh it off as always? If you did, maybe I could go on like this.
But it's
But
too late
it's too
for that.
late for that now.
Yeah.
The spell has already faded.
Saying so, senpai escapes my grasp and leaps away, far away.
Tono-kun, I'll tell you what I know. What kind of person you are. Exactly how many people you've killed.
For a moment, I feel dizzy. Even though I said I was ready, hearing the word killed so clearly, my chest hurts. Good. Tell me, senpai.
No, not here. I'll be at the school tonight. After that, you decide, Tono-kun.
So that means she's leaving the final decision to me. If I go to school tonight, that's the end. But if I don't, she can go back to the way we've always been, a final choice. We can go back to the way we've always been, a final choice. I can't say I'll definitely be there, so I say nothing.
Well then, I'll be waiting at school tonight. But promise me one thing. That you will keep this a secret from your younger sister.
Eh? From Akiha? Oh, sorry. Of course, I wouldn't get Akiha involved in any of this, so there's no need to say that. There isn't, but why is Senpai asking so seriously? As if saying Akiha was the enemy, not me. Senpai, Akiha has nothing to do with this.
Tono-kun, please be careful around her.
Leaving a warning in a frightening voice, Senpai disappears. The lesson finishes and students disperse. Even if I'm going to meet CL Senpai at school tonight, I should return to the mansion first. In the end, the conversation only told me that dreams were real. Nothing is resolved, and I still don't know whether I am the killer or not. After sighing heavily, I leave the classroom. Hisui's at the mansion gate. Huh? What are you doing out here, Hisui?
I am awaiting to welcome you home, Shiki-sama.
Well, I'm glad, but why? You said you wouldn't be able to meet me here anymore.
That was because you and Akiha-sama were together. Nesan, she suggested we should refrain from send-offs and greetings. When you were together.
I see. Certainly, if I were with Akiha, it would be awkward to be met by Hisui. Another of Kohaka-san's strange ideas. Well, I'm always glad to be met by you, Hisui. Anyways, I'm home. Thanks for coming out.
Yes. Welcome home, Shiki-sama.
Hisui bows. Thinking about it calmly, a maid bowing in front of a mansion is a terribly anachronistic image. Oh, by the way, is that Akiha doing any better?
Yes. It seems her condition improved by lunchtime. Perhaps you should stop by her room?
Maybe, at least once. Wait,
Please be careful around her.
yeah, that was 550 CL. No, I shouldn't. I can't see her right now. It's not that I'm not thinking about her, but because of what CL Senpai said, it's hard to see her right now.
Shiki-sama, are you not returning to your room?
You're right. Well, then shall we go in? Should we go in? Acting carefully to hide my uneasiness, I passed through the mansion gates. It's night. Time for a save. I talked only a little to Akiha at supper, and then came straight back to my room. She seemed no different than usual, so I'm sure Senpai's warning was wrong. If I'm going to go, I should leave pretty soon. Senpai said we'll talk at school tonight. If I go, she won't be my senpai any longer. But if I don't go, everything will go back to the way it was. Senpai left me with that choice. All. Checking the flowchart. Okay, so this is weird. Do you remember last time when I told you about that flag that would force a bad ending, but we also had the choice to go to that bad ending?
Mm-hmm.
That same flag is here with the same condition. Even though we can't get to this point if we had tripped that flag anyway. I guess there's just some redundancy in the programming.
Weird.
Yeah. No, I'll stay in the mansion. I can't go. A few remaining things I can be certain about. My life at school, CL is my senpai. I can't lose them. I know this can't last forever. But still, I don't want to lose my peaceful life I have left. Night. The time I promised to meet Senpai has already passed, and I will watch that dream tonight once more. No, that's not right. I won't rely on Senpai's help. This is my problem, so I will solve it myself. In order to keep living the way I have until now, I will have to settle matters with this killer myself. To prove that I am a killer or not. I don't even have to think about it. I just have to look around the town at night and find the killer, which isn't me. I let out a breath. Walk around the night shrouded town. I put a hands in my pocket, feeling the knife in there on my fingertips as I walk around town. I breathe quietly as I walk around, trying not to draw attention. Look at the people passing by as I stand concealing my presence from everyone. I'm searching for the killer. Someone will get attacked tonight. He's looking for a new victim. Say a girl with long black hair. A girl around my age would be best. Don't need to mention of the beauty of her hands and feet, but the beauty of her neck should be considered. Have we seen this scene before? This dialogue sounds familiar. In the end, everything counts on that one spot. Pant, pant, pant. I look for the killer. I know I won't find him easily. I knew from my dreams that the perfect prey is hard to find. Pant, pant, pant. But tonight, this town bores me. I cannot find my prey. I'm getting angry. My objective was to find someone, or to kill someone, or something like that. Ha! I'll hold my breath. Hold on to my knife. I should concentrate so that I will be able to return death at any time. I pant more and more. I look for the killer, but I can't find him. Only time passes. Yeah, this dialogue's the same as... He's gonna meet the other...
one dream.
Yeah. Dead woman's corpse. Yeah, the knife. He's looking for the killer, but all of a sudden there's a dead body. Yep. Then he's gonna meet that other guy who I assume is Shiki, possibly.
Yeah, that other rando.
Yeah. Weird that this is a separate bad ending as last time. Yep, there he is. Sheik was killed by the killer. Proof it wasn't the killer. I guess this scene will be different, though. The CL Senpai scene. Or Sensei. Teach me, CL Sensei.
Mercy. We're finally in the 4th period. The hint corner for Tono-kun, who has unluckily ended up in this unjust dead end. It is time for Teach Me, CL Sensei. I envy you, CL. You get a lot of appearances. I'm the main heroine, but they still treat me like this scribble. Hey you, don't say weird things. That's fine. At least you have more dignity than me. Do it all character. No. Unsatisfactory. I want to dress like you and be called smart. No appearance. 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 CL glasses. No appearance. No CL. No appearance. CL glasses. No appearance. CL too plain. CL get out. CL glasses. Fake Frenchie. Gun fetish. CL India. Anger. Well, let's start the lecture. The cause of death is clear this time. Your eagerness to try and solve this incident by yourself is splendid, but this is something you cannot solve by yourself. It's the way of the world to lose something to obtain something. It's also sad for me, but you should part with CL-san just this once. Wait, part with her though?
Well, because their relationship's going to come to an end if they meet.
Oh.
So, going to determine my own fate. I can't let it remain unanswered. If that dream is real, am I really a blood-sucking killer? I can't let those questions remain unanswered. I should take it just in case. The knife has been in my desk ever since what happened with Satsuki. I slip it into my pocket. I go down to the lobby quietly so that Hisui and Kohaku-san won't notice. I just need to open the door without making a sound, but before I can open it, it opens with a creak.
Nissan? What is it? Why are you standing there frozen?
Akiha, you... Why are you here, I ask wordlessly.
I was just taking a walk in the garden. What about you, Nissan? You look like you're going to go out right now.
Yeah, I left something at school, so I was going back for it. I don't want to lie to Akiha, so I say as little as possible.
You forgot something?
Akiha narrows her eyes at me.
Well, alright, it's still 8. Make sure you're back by 9, Nissan.
Right, I'll be back in an hour. Doesn't that give him only a couple minutes to find what he needs?
You know, right? Understood. I shall leave the door unlocked. Please take care.
Akiha walks to the sitting room. It's strange. Before, I would have been doubted more, but Akiha seems to trust me completely. Is it because of what happened in the garden last night? Being trusted by Akiha, feeling that she trusts me, makes me very happy.
Please be careful around her.
Senpai's words return like a curse. Anyway, I'll go to school and come straight back, and I'll meet with Senpai. Alright, I grasp the door handle. The school is wrapped in silence. Our school closes at 6:30. No teachers or janitors patrol at night. At this time, the buildings are completely empty. All around, it's quiet. The only sound is the beating of my own heart. Is Senpai inside, I wonder? Although she said she would wait at school, she never said where. No, Senpai probably deliberately didn't tell me. Well, it can't be helped. I'll cut the lock of a window and go in. I remove my glasses. Gah. Along with a light headache, the lines appear before me. The lines along which things easily break. Those which can be cut just by passing through them. With Yumizuka, it was just desperation. Removing my glasses calmly like this, I really feel how strange my eyes are. Now, where's a window with a line in the lock? Although anything can be cut, they can only be cut where the lines appear. If I cut the wall or the window itself, it'll draw attention tomorrow. The cut has to be as small as possible. Ah, perfect. Here goes. With a click, I cut the lock smoothly and opened the corridor window. Thump. My chest aches as soon as I climb the window. What is it? It's horribly... Thump. It's a horribly sinister atmosphere. Senpai, where are you? It's hard to even murmur. My heart beats. Resounding pumping, like a drum driving in my blood backwards. Huh? Looks like my fingertips are trembling. I feel sick. Without my glasses, my headache is getting worse by the second. What is this? It's strange. I don't understand. The atmosphere inside the building is so different from outside. If I have to put it into words, it's without life. Compared to the fresh air outside, the air in the corridor is so weak that it feels sad. But I know. Though I'm breathing this air for the first time, I know it. Because I've always watched it. Every night in my dream. When I kill people and drink their blood, the atmosphere is always full of this smell of decay. A sound. From behind me, the sound of something falling. Senpai? I turn. There is a strange man. I clasp my hands over my mouth, about to vomit. The lines run within his body. They run through his whole body like blood vessels. Gah! The man walks toward me as if in slow motion. Hello? I make up my mind to talk to him. It's strange, but my eyes are stranger. This is the first time I've seen lines all over a person's body like this. But take them away and you'll have a normal human. Gah. Gah. The man is saying something. But his voice is not even a noise I can't hear. The man approaches. Why is it, whenever the man steps closer, a shudder runs through me? It's... yeah. The man is right in front of me. Wait, who are you? I don't even have time to finish. Ah! There's a crash. As he approaches, the man throws me aside with a single hand. Ugh. My back. Thrown aside, my back smashes against the wall. It's so sudden, the pain makes my eyes dizzy. Ow, what are you doing all of a sudden? I stand and glare at the man. My voice dies. What is he? What is this thing before me? Was this a man? Is this a living human being? No, that's not important right now. I recover my sight and look again at the man. Yes, it's back. Sensei said that my eyes see the death within things. That's exactly right. Because you're The man is saying something. Of course, it doesn't speak words, because half of his throat is missing. It was bitten away by something. There's no way for him to speak. Why, you were killed yesterday. Shoulders are shaking. He seems to be laughing. But there's no mistake. The corpse before me is definitely the man I killed in the dream yesterday. Ah. The man approaches slowly. Ah. There's no thought. The lump of death approaches. Ah. Ah. A shudder of pain. Then I notice. When the man threw me before, the side of my chest was injured. My body hurts. Not just on the level of muscles, my bones themselves are creaking. Something definitely happened to my ribs. I can't do that voice. The man flings up my arm. At last, my numb head understands. Without a doubt, he intends to kill me. I dodge the sweep of the man's arm. There is an unpleasant crunching sound. The man's arm is embedded in the wall. It's buried right into the concrete wall. He did not hold back an inch, breaking the concrete wall, and in return, he's breaking his own bones. Ah. It's a funny, hard-to-believe world. If it's a dream, I want it to end now. Gee. The man turns towards me. Ah. Another crunch. The man comes towards me, still his arm still in the concrete wall. The arm stuck in the wall. The arm tears away from his body. Gee, 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 gee. It's still laughing. Ah, ah. My legs move. I can't bear to be here any longer. Ah, oh, gah, gah. I collapse my knees with a thump. That corpse is not following. At that speed, it can't catch me. Ah, gah. My chest hurts. Whenever I breathe, my ribs feel like they're about to break. Gah, ha, ha. Somehow, I catch my breath. Somehow, I have to somehow get back to normal. I must calm down. Think. Look, and then think. I learned that from Sensei. So I have to think hard. Even if that's a dead body. Even if it's someone I killed. I can't think about it. That's just... Ignoring the pain in my ribs, I cry out. I don't understand. I can't understand. The one I killed is about to kill me. Excuse me a sec. The one I have killed has returned to take his revenge. That's just a nightmare. It can't be real, just an insane nightmare. But what am I saying now? I've been in a nightmare for a long time already. Damn it. I have to recover my breath and run away. I have to leave the school, go back to the mansion, tell Akiha I'm home. A sound from behind me. It can't be. Get caught up? No, that's impossible. It moved so slowly I couldn't just catch up like that. I looked down the stairs. There's no one coming up. The noise was just my... Ah! Again, I'm beaten. When I turned around on the stairs, it seemed it was already there. Have to get away. I drag my aching body up. I fall again with a thump. It seems that when he threw me this time, my leg was damaged. There's no strength in my right leg at all. I can't stand, and I can't escape. Approaching footsteps. Thump. Clank, clank. A dry, emotionless sound. Thump. The putrid smell of a corpse hangs in the air. Thump. My heart beats loudly. All rational thought is long departed. Thump. It approaches. That corpse is coming to kill me. I'm just afraid. Gee! It's coming. With a body full of holes, it comes to kill me. One more step. Then it'll pierce my chest the way it did the wall, and that'll be the end. At that moment, I wonder, what is it that I fear? Am I afraid of because the one I killed just returned? No, that's not it. Am I afraid because I'm about to be killed? No, not that either. I remember only one thing in my dreams, not how hot it is when I kill people. I'm afraid of my own crime. I'm afraid of my own crime trying to kill people. Ha ha ha. Well, if that's so, then there's no problem. This one's already dead, so there's nothing to fear. There's nothing wrong with putting the dead to rest. So, there's no need to hesitate about killing again, is there? Key. The body flings up an arm. I take the knife from my pocket. What followed was really quick? Was it because I watched all those crimes in my dreams? Or maybe because those crimes were committed by my own hands like I suspected? My arm moved impossibly fast and struck down the corpse like a true killer. The meat, divided into 8 pieces, now just rolls around the corridor. Ah, ha. I shudder. The feeling of slicing meat. The acceptance of taking a life. There's no flowing blood. Only my knife drips with blood. I remain spotless. Shuddering. A feeling of pain and coldness crawls on my back. There's nothing to earn. Only my knife drips with blood. I haven't gained anything. Ha. I just feel ill. Maybe I'm going crazy. Looking at the remains before me, my chest hurts like it was torn open. School at night. In the moonlight, it's amusing. Ha. Ha ha ha. I laugh without stopping. It's not funny. Only regret is felt. I killed. Whatever the reason, I killed someone again. Even though he was blameless. This person also had a life to protect. A jarring, laughing voice. I want to kill my ears for listening and my throat for laughing. But I can only laugh. At least, I have to laugh. Unless I do a single act resembling human actions, I will break. Ha 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 ha. I'm not laughing because something is funny. I laugh to keep my sanity. I can't even ridicule myself. I can't keep my sanity. Ha 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 ha. Perhaps I should have cried. But I won't allow myself such hypocrisy. What do I mean by killing the dead isn't a crime? Ha ha ha. It doesn't change. Whether he was living or dead, it doesn't change the fact that I made the decision to kill him. Even if he was already a corpse, the feeling of stopping his activity does not dull. Ha. I can't get mad at myself for my stupidity. Even if they're dead, killing someone is still a sin. As long as I, Tonoshiki, remain a proper human, the burden of this sin will never leave me. I remember Yumizuka. Even if it was the right thing to do, in the end, I know she wanted to live. Saying death is salvation is only the selfish wish of those still living. Death is just that, and is so painful. Someone is coming. This time, it has to be Senpai. Kuh. Somehow I stand, holding onto the wall. Thump, thump. My heart still beats violently. Even if my heart is halfway dead, my body tries to live until the very end. Such a worthless life. Dying like this is painful. I realized that already 8 years ago, during my time with Yumizuka, and even this very moment. Yet Tonoshiki's body is still making a great effort to survive. How ugly. But which is ugly? The heart that thinks I should die because I'm a killer? Or the body trying to live by killing others? I think it's the heart. Good or evil, my heart is really fragile after all. You're here. Breathing heavily, I grasp the knife. My injured right leg hurts faintly. If I can feel pain, I can still move. Meaning I can still fight. And Ciel Senpai appears in the moonlight. I'm surprised. In all the dreams, you were never dressed like that.
Yes. Because these are my armaments to kill a vampire.
A jolt. I understand the instant I see her eyes and hear her voice. This person plans to kill me without the slightest hesitation. Let's save down. I see. You called me here to kill me, Senpai. Senpai doesn't answer. Clearly because there's nothing to say. That's mean. You said I'm not the killer, but you knew in your heart that I was.
Yes. I knew from the beginning that the vampire hunting this town was Tonoshiki.
You knew from the beginning?
Yes. So I came to this school in order to watch you.
So saying, she draws a dagger. Twice the length and width of my knife. It's a weapon intended to kill. Senpai, I don't know what you are at all. Even if I knew, I don't think it would concern me.
Yeah. This is a situation of no concern to you.
Yeah. But I'm afraid I won't be killed. Thinking about it, I killed Yumizuka because I didn't want to die. So, I can't just die here. If you say you're going to kill me, I'll...
That's fine. If we agree to kill each other, then there is crime, but no punishment. It would be more helpful if you think of it this way.
A noise of movement. Before I realize it, Senpai's body is right in front of me.
Well then, Tono-kun, let us continue last night's fight.
A moment. Seal Senpai moves fast enough to fling up sparks. Her attack is very simple. Leaping from right in front of me, she slashes a horizontal line with her dagger. I block with my own knife and then push back. My body staggers. I desperately stop myself from collapsing backwards and look for... What? For a moment, my mind freezes. There's no sign of her in the corridor. In an instant, as our weapons clashed, Senpai suddenly disappeared. I think it was just by chance. Without reason, just the feel of a breeze beside me, I shift my gaze. In the blue moonlight shining in through the window, I see Senpai's silhouette running up the wall like she was going up a flight of stairs. Above? Even as I notice, I lower my body. Scrambling on all fours like a dog, I escape forward. Glancing back, I see Senpai fall from the ceiling precisely where I was. After swinging at me, she ran up the wall to try to strike my head from the ceiling. Such an absurd roller coaster-like movement was charmingly beautiful. Even though it could have scared the back of my head. As if her previous flash of movement never happened, Senpai stops moving. She's surprised I avoided that blow. Her blue eyes confirm that Tonoshiki is still alive. Her eyes devoid of feeling, like a machine. There is a tension as I wait for her to spring into her next action. I forget even to breathe. With those eyes upon me, I can't move. In just a moment more, the dagger will be driven into my chest. Tss. The only sound is my heart pounding. I'm unable to move, and Senpai only stares at me. This is bad. At this rate, I'll break under this tension and make a movement. When that happens, Senpai will certainly strike me down. All I can do is grasp my knife tightly. At that moment, Senpai suddenly speaks.
I'm surprised. You're certainly an excellent killer. You are not good at feeling the other's presence, but you are good at feeling your own death. Even if you don't remember it, perhaps you have been trained for such things.
Senpai speaks without even moving her eyebrows.
Against someone that has superior self-defense mechanism close to seeing the future, assassination is useless. Trying to attack you from a blind spot was pointless, Tono-kun.
Seeming terribly sad, Senpai lets out a sigh.
It's a pity. If I can't kill your consciousness before you feel pain, all I can do is attack with my full strength. Even if you see death coming, your reflexes also make it an almost moot point.
Creak.
You don't look well, Tono-kun.
Thump.
You've been feeling that way for a while, haven't you? Nausea that feels like your heart is being grabbed.
Shudder.
You're so sensitive. That,
Shudder.
because of the impulse all living things have that says, I'm about to be killed.
Saying that, she strikes from right in front of me. Kuh. I block her dagger with mine. A shock. Senpai's simple attack feels like she used a giant hammer. My knife screeches. My fingertips go numb. But I don't have any time to think about that. Her foot audibly strikes the ground. Ha! Gah! The air is knocked out of me. Senpai has stepped into the gap between my legs. So close that our bodies collide. And with that momentum, Senpai slams her shoulder into my chest. I stagger. The strength in my knife weakens. Without a single pause, her second attack begins. Her dagger swings upwards from below. Somehow I block it with my knife, but I can't kill its momentum. Slash. There's a horrible sound. Ah. It's hot. Somewhere I'm cut. Falling meat. The heat of blood. There's no time to feel any of that. The third blow comes. It was probably aimed at my heart. Since I immediately twisted my body to avoid it, the knife rips out my rib along with the flesh around it. Gah! I scream. The coldness of death does not cause me to shudder. But fear from the pain races through me. There. Follows the fourth unforgiving blow. My ribs are damaged. I can only use the power of my arms to wield my knife. But with that, it's impossible to block Senpai's dagger. Kuh. Somehow I jump back on my staggering leg. I get enough distance. Senpai turns, showing me her back. Crash. She drives a roundhouse kick like a spear into my belly. Ha! Ah! I collapse backward onto the hallway floor. I don't have time to feel pain. If I don't stand up immediately, I'll be killed. But it's too late. The moment I get up, Senpai is right in front of me. The dagger strikes down at my heart. I was just desperate. Desperation, I try to match her blow by placing my knife next to Senpai's neck. Then, Senpai's dagger stops short. Breathing. My breathing is hard. Pant, 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 pant. Her dagger is aimed at my throat. If Senpai moves her hand even slightly, I'll die instantly. That fact. Just that causes me to go insane.
It's over. Even if you stab that knife through my neck, I won't die.
What are...
You said before that you saw it. Even though my body was pierced by an iron pipe, my body heals the wound instantly. Certainly, if you stab me through the neck, I'll be dead for a while. But I'll kill you before that.
What? What she says is true. There's no sense in lying in a situation like this. In other words, the situation where both of us hold each other's life in each other's hands is meaningless. Won't die? Ah, but it could be true. Even injured like that, Senpai came back to school like normal. Kuh. But screw all that. I can see death on her body. Although it's very different from other people's, I can still see her death. So killing her is easy. The lines have no exceptions.
If you don't believe me, please use your knife. In any case, you can't save yourself unless you kill me. Shall we test it out?
She's provoking me. If I could be killed, kill me, she's saying. But Senpai, provocation like that is fatal. I'm not like the others. I can really kill you. There's a choice coming, so I want to make sure I get close to it. My heart beats. If I look down, her dagger is at my chest. I have to kill because I don't want to die. I found out I shouldn't die that easily, so I can't let myself be killed. No, it's simpler than that. I just don't want to die. My heart beats, so there's only one answer. Kill. Drive this knife into the line I see in Seal's neck and kill her. Kill if you want to live. Kill, 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 kill. I have to live. I can't breathe properly. Senpai's eyes don't even appear interested in my death. Her dagger is poised directly in front of my heart. A situation where I'm a second away from being killed. Pip, 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 pip.
That's odd. You've killed so many people, yet you're frightened to die yourself.
Her voice tinged with disgust. Her eyes rimmed with contempt. Her dagger ready to kill me. I will be killed. 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 Then, if I kill, 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 it's all right. Ha, ha, ha.
Goodbye. Please die here, Tono-kun.
Can hardly. Ha 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 ha. Breathe. But I was faster. Before she can plunge her dagger deeply into me, my knife runs through the line on Senpai's neck. Ah. Which one of us said that? A question I ask all the time with this game. The sound of a head hitting the ground and the sound of gurgling. The neck, face. It rolls. But that's strange. It had to have been at the same time, but only I am alive. Senpai's head is the only thing rolling and rolling and rolling. Ha ha ha. In other words, from the very beginning, Senpai never intended to kill me. Ha 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 ha. My throat seems stuck. Senpai's body is also red. The hallway gets wet. Red paint coats everything. Haha. Once someone's decapitated, it seems they add a different function. Spurting like a sprinkler, spraying red blood everywhere. Ha 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 ha. My whole body is now crimson. More than my knife, from my hair to my shoes, it's sickeningly speckled red. What's this? This isn't a big deal. Yeah, it's really not a big deal. They did not proofread this chapter very well, did they? I thought there would be something more, but I only have this floating feeling. If it's like this, my dreams were more lively and real. I stand up and start walking. My feet splash with each step. Before me lays the head of the woman named Ciel. Her eyes seem to stare at me. How stupid, senpai. I don't know how much confidence you had, but there's nothing that can't die. So it was your mistake. Mistake, 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 mistake. No. What's mistaken is everything. The illusion is over. Even though I desperately denied it until now, this confirms it. I'm just a killer. With my own hands, I destroyed what shouldn't have been destroyed. The foundations of my being are crumbling away. What's this, Yumizuka? It's just like you said. I start to laugh. It seems I have gone insane. The truth is I am the killer. The truth that I am the killer seems so funny to me. Outside the window, the far distant moon shines. My vision has turned red with no signs of returning normal. But my mind on Earth has been swapped with that from some other planet. The years of accumulated perceptions exceedingly enumerate towards unknown equations of evolution. Nice alliteration, Siki. Nothing is even remotely the same. You cannot tell the difference between the crimson you see and the crimson I see. Alas, it seems I am broken. Or is everything just humorous lie from the beginning? In that case, please let it disappear tomorrow. The stage set in the dark forest begins. I don't quite understand, but if I am a killer, I must act like a killer. To begin with, let's go out into town and continue my dreams. I catch a random person. I take them to the alley and wait for the person to awaken. After a while, the person's eyes open. As gently as possible, I offer a welcome with both arms spread wide. Now then, welcome to this wonderful killing chamber. End.
I feel like Ro was not even doing anything in that.
Yeah.
Ro was just probably watching like, Shiki, my dude.
At least we didn't die in this ending.
True. I kind of feel bad for CL.
Yeah. Teach me a CL sensei.
It's now time for lunch during our third day. I usually go outside to get lunch, but this time, I don't feel like doing so. You got your head cut off. Even if you eat, it won't get to your stomach. Shiki does some nasty things, but isn't it your own fault, CL? Haha, shut up. It's better than not even appearing. Ugh, you're right. Why don't I get to appear? It's stupid. I bet it's your karma, but I have no time to play with you right now. Tono-kun, please go back to the previous choice and choose a selection that's more in tune with your character. With things the way they are now, neither I nor Tono-kun will be saved. Also, I think it's funny how even at the end he's still thinking of, like, Satsuki.
Yeah.
It really is her route.
Yep. Okay, let's try it again. I can't do it. I can't breathe properly. Senpai's eyes so even appear interested in my death. Her dagger is poised directly in front of my heart. A situation where I'm a second away from being killed. This is the same dialogue.
That's odd. Yeah, it's the same dialogue, you're right.
Red pillows in my eyes, her words make me dizzy. Okay, this part's new.
Goodbye. If you won't do it, Tono-kun, I'll have to do it myself.
Saying that, Senpai tenses her arms. This is the end. Tonoshiki dies here. If I don't want that, I have to stab with this knife faster than Senpai. Gah. Your fingertips fill with strength, but that's all. My arms don't move at all. I don't want to die. It's not that I'm willing to die since I'm a killer, but if I don't kill Ciel Senpai, I'll be killed. So right now, I understand that even if I don't want to kill, I have to. So why? Why won't my arm move? Suddenly,
I wanted to talk more with you, Tono-kun. That's why I really don't want to die now.
those words.
But this is for sure the best way. So don't cry, Tono-kun. You did the right thing.
They force themselves into my memory.
Yeah. Bye-bye, Tono-kun. Thank you. And sorry.
Yeah, I see now.
Why aren't you resisting?
I hear Senpai's voice. The dagger is still at my chest. It tears my clothes and digs into my flesh.
Like this, you'll die. So why? Why aren't you moving your knife?
That's because I can't.
Why not? Even though you've killed so many people up to now.
Never again. I can't do it.
You just killed that corpse. After you've done it once, a second, or a third time will not change anything. If you don't do it, I will kill you.
She's serious. In a second, the killer called Tanoshiki will surely be killed. It's not that I'm afraid. Yeah, but still. I can't kill someone. As I speak, tears flow. It's not like something is sad or someone's unhappy, but the tears running down my cheeks don't stop. How much time has passed? My mind, which has been in a trance.
You understand at last, Tono-kun.
Comes back with Senpai's words. Senpai?
See? Are you satisfied? You're not a killer. Those words are true words. So, all of this is just a dream. Tono-kun is Tono-kun. Very gentle, thoughtful, and so sensitive as to cry over something like this. Just the ordinary, everyday boy I yearn for.
Saying so, Senpai puts the dagger away. The scary tone of death disappears, and Senpai returns to her usual gentle self. Why? You didn't come here to kill me, Senpai?
Right. I came to kill the self-loathing in your heart. You're not a killer, but since it seemed you wouldn't believe me, you wouldn't believe that no matter how much I told you, I had to persuade you on a more physical level.
What? Persuade me physically? Then you mean this was all just an act?
No, I was serious. I couldn't completely rule out the possibility of you being the killer, Tono-kun. Therefore, I couldn't hold back. Besides, it's more fun to go all out. You know, like how you enjoy teasing someone you like.
Senpai says something pretty scary with a smile. Ha. And with that, I collapse. All the things I've been thinking about until now seem so foolish. Ha ha. Ha. For some reason, it's funny and I laugh. Senpai says, my fear that I might be a killer has disappeared. Yeah, you're right. It feels like I finally got it. But that's terrible, Senpai. You went too far today.
Yes, I've been going easy on you up until now, so I made up for that too.
Smiling, Senpai holds out her hand. I take it. With a grunt, Senpai pulls me up. We exit the building onto the school grounds. Senpai has treated the wounds she inflicted. By some trick, the wounds closed after Senpai put medicine-like stuff on there and put her hands over it.
Well then, I promise to tell you what I know. What do you want to hear, Tono-kun?
What? Well, that's obvious. I want to know everything about my dreams. Why do I have dreams about killing people? Who exactly are you? There's a lot I don't understand.
Ah, I see. Well, let's start with the dreams you have, Tono-kun. To put it simply, I don't think the dream you're seeing is your dream. Tono-kun, you say you dream of killing, but isn't the dream more like watching someone killing someone else?
Well, yeah. Do you think I would kill people in my dreams if I could control myself?
See, that's what I mean. When you sleep, you go into the killer's mind. Well, not exactly going into, but more like being taken into. So even though your viewpoint was that of the killer, didn't you feel as though you were watching things from afar?
That's precisely right. Even though I've had dreams about killings for a while now, they've all felt as if I were watching a scene. But why is my mind and the killer's mind merging? There must be some reason, right?
Yes, there's a very clear reason. But let us leave that aside for a moment. First, we have to discuss what you are calling the killer. Certainly, there is a killer. But its characteristics are more like a vampire's.
That's fair enough. Certainly you could call someone like that a vampire. I remember the scene in my dream. That guy, while enjoying the killing, he ate their flesh and blood.
Yes, I am the person who came to this town to deal with that vampire. Although I can't tell you the details, the world has various defense mechanisms. Just like there are police who deal with those who break the law, there are also many organizations which deal with heretics who are inhuman. Think of me like a member of that kind of organization.
Deal with vampires?
Yes. That which sucks the blood of the living to maintain its own flesh. A stopped life which does so in order to have eternal life. It is my role to wipe out such heretics. That's the reason I was fighting the vampire every night in your dreams.
There's nothing to say. To be honest, I don't understand the world she's talking about at all. Huh? So you've fought vampires several times already?
Twice now. The first time I escaped, and the second time, our encounter was rather painful.
Right? So you've seen his face, haven't you? So didn't you know immediately that I wasn't the vampire?
No. Unfortunately, I couldn't be certain. Since some vampires can change their bodies freely, you cannot rely on appearance to identify them.
Really? That's a problem then.
But now it's clear. So we've beaten around the bush.
Oh,
wait.
But now it's clear. So we've been around the bush, but this vampire isn't the serial killer then.
Yes. The dead bodies reported as victims of the serial killer are merely leftover food. Usually the flesh is consumed completely or the blood is drained and they become vampires too. So there shouldn't be any bodies left.
Hold on. If people who get their blood sucked turn into vampires, then wouldn't they start multiplying?
No, there is a limit to those who are killed by having their blood sucked, yet remain without dying. Most humans cannot separate the soul from the body, So the soul dies with the death of the body. Only perhaps 1 in 100 people can remain without dying. Like Yumizuka Satsuki did.
What? Senpai, you knew about Yumizuka?
No. By the time I got there, you had already destroyed her. I'm sorry. Back then, though I knew you were in pain, I couldn't help you.
No, it's alright. I want to think that what happened with Yumizuka was for the best, but I see now. Yumizuka wasn't a vampire from the beginning. She was attacked by the vampire, and that was the result.
Yes, that's true. But I don't think there are others like Yumizuka-san. It takes many years before a vampire can function as a vampire. For her to be able to function immediately, Yumizuka Satsuki must have had amazing spiritual conception.
Spiritual conception? What's that?
A functional extent of the brain determined when a person is an embryo, or so it is said. Like how you use your ability, it is employing a section of the brain most people never use. The same for Yumizuka Satsuki. She was naturally suitable. So instead of being under the control of her parent vampire, she became a vampire that could act independently.
I don't understand Senpai's explanation, but one thing occurs to me. Senpai, you mentioned my abilities, so you know about my eyes?
Eyes? No, I don't know what kind of eyes you have, Tono-kun. But I know that you have a unique ability. Tono-kun's blood is special. Not a trained ability like mine, but something you're born with. Those kind of things are called supernatural powers. Most people have only one channel open in their minds, but you have another channel open that we can't see, right?
Special blood? You mean the blood of the Tono house?
Yes, the Tono bloodline is ancient. But looking at the history of the Tono family, one can see the abilities of its members are varied. Such as those who can receive divine inspiration, those unable to maintain their shape as humans and become killers, or those who never awaken to their power. As time passed, this blood was thinned and probably most of these abilities do not occur anymore.
I'm aghast. If what Senpai said is true, then not just me, but Akiha will also have something broken, like my eyes?
Shall I continue? Tono-kun, you asked a while ago. Why are your senses merging with those of the vampire?
Yes, I did.
I think that is also related to your abilities. Your brain has a larger channel than other people's. Because of that, when you sleep and your sense of self dims, your mind is drawn towards a vampire, which has an easily connectable brain with you.
Huh? Senpai, what do you mean an easily connectable brain? You can't mean they are made similarly, right?
No, that is precisely what I mean. Have you ever heard of twins sharing experiences?
Twins sharing experiences.
For instance, if the elder brother is injured, the younger brother who's miles away feels the same pain. I think that your dreams are similar to this. Fundamentally, identical twins are two humans, flesh born from the same genes. They are body parts made from the same instructions, so it isn't impossible for pain felt by one brain to be received by the other. The brain is an organ that manages reception and transmission. Since every person's brain is made from a different blueprint, we have to communicate our feelings through language. But if two brains are precisely the same, thought will be transmitted without the need for language. To put it in the previous terms, since the brain's channel is on the same frequency, the electric signal is received. Since your brain is superior to others, connect to the bodies close to you.
It can't be. I don't have any twin.
I I know, but in your case, it doesn't need to be a twin. It's not like you're merging with them, but more like you have similar brains. Since your brain has many channels, there is no need for you to be identical twins. Simply the same roots, a similar body. That's probably all that is needed for you to be drawn in. Probably a sibling with the same parents. Well, I suppose an exception could be made in the case of organ transplants. The flesh might pull on your mind in that case.
It could happen with anyone connected by blood? That can't be. Akiha is the only blood relative I have left now. Only Akiha. Is there no one but Akiha? It can't be. That's wrong. Senpai doesn't answer. In my mind, I see Akiha's figure drinking Kohaku-san's blood. Just in case we get a flashback to that, I'm going to quickly put up the scene.
Yeah, just in case.
That can't be. I knew it. It wasn't a dream. I was the one who killed people and drank their blood. Because if not, altogether, it makes sense. Okay, I think we're in the clear here.
I suspected you as first. But after meeting you, I decided you weren't it. But I might have just been fooling myself. So tonight was a gamble for me. If you had killed me without hesitation, I would have known you were a vampire. But you weren't, after all.
No, that was just...
Tono-kun? All those in the Tono family have something inhuman mixed in their blood. Though some were completely harmless, there are usually only one of these in each generation. In the past, there were many members of the Tono family that drank blood. But you do not need to drink the blood of others or have an urge to. So...
How would you know that, Senpai?
Tono-kun? The Tono house holds a possibility of giving birth to a vampire. If you are not it, then...
No, I shake my head desperately. I won't accept Senpai's words. I can't accept them. But I remember. Sorry, I have to be extra cautious after what happened last time, so... In the detached building, the face of Tono Akiha drinking Kohaku-san's blood. Okay. It's not Akiha. The one with the strange power. It's me.
You may be right. Just by looking, Akiha-san does not seem to have her power awakened. She is certainly contaminated with it, but only to a level that she can still turn back.
No, it's not Akiha. I'm the only one who has these troubles. Akiha waited for me for many years, and just today she said goodbye to me properly.
I only hunt vampires. Whoever it is, I cannot overlook them.
Unable to speak, I only bite my lip. I don't understand. If Akiha is such a thing, what should I do? Should I pretend not to realize, or should I fight Senpai to defend Akiha? It's useless. No matter how much I think, I can't find any answers.
I understand. Akiha-san is a very important person to you. Probably more important than yourself.
Of course, a little sister is always important to a brother.
We might end up fighting each other.
There's nothing to say. I'm completely defeated. Senpai clearly states things I don't want to say. We reach the school gates. Senpai seems to have reached a conclusion, as she doesn't say anything.
I won't ask what you'll do now. Part here.
Her eyes emotionless, Senpai extends a hand. Saying nothing, I take her hand. For only a brief moment, Senpai and I exchange a hollow handshake. With just a goodbye, Senpai departs. I return to the mansion where Akiha awaits. I know from the conversation with Senpai that what I see are just dreams. But the fundamental problem is still unsolved. The vampire, the truth that that thing which kills people every night. If it's really Akiha, what can I do? What should I do? I don't know. Regretfully, all I could do is bite my lip. 10. Sweltering night. 10th day, October 30th, Saturday. It was years and years ago. I came here after having shut myself up in my room for so long. Probably after I had become friends with one of the servant girls and was coming out to play at last.
I'm sorry, Nissan.
In the empty courtyard, Akiha suddenly started to cry. Even when I asked what she was apologizing for, she just kept apologizing.
Because we stole everything from you, Nissan.
The reason why Akiha is crying is something that has already ended for me in the past. It would be a lie to say I didn't hold a grudge, but a 6-year-old girl can't feel responsible for that, and it can't be something she would apologize so desperately for. In the first place, she didn't do anything wrong.
I'm sorry, Nissan.
Why didn't I notice? From the very first time I met Akiha, she was always apologizing to me. In this big mansion, the only one who cried for me. Thank you, but that's enough. Smiling, I stroked Akiha's head. Akiha looked at me, bewildered. Then, for the first time, I felt strongly. You don't have to cry, Akiha. From now on, we're brother and sister. I remember Akiha's face laughing happily. I made a promise then. We would be a real family. Since I was the older brother, I would protect Akiha, whatever happened. Such thoughts. I had a time where I held on to those thoughts as if I was dreaming. I awake in the morning light. Knowing for sure that I'm not the killer, I had no dreams of murder last night. But there was something. I feel like I had a nostalgic dream. When Akiha and I were still young, a dream from before we knew what we were to each other.
Oh yeah, I just realized. Do you think he came home at 9?
I guess so, because...
Yeah, there's no scolding so far.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It is time to get up, Shiki-sama.
Speaking of, I should also drop a save here. Yeah, morning, Hisui. You're early again this morning. Hisui bows and enters. As always, she places down a fresh school uniform and bids me good morning.
Shiki-sama, what time did you return last night?
Oh, okay, here we go.
Akiha-sama was waiting in the sitting room.
Alright, I'm gonna guess 10.
I'm gonna guess midnight at that point.
Yeah, I was tired yesterday. I knew Akiha was waiting for me in the sitting room, but I went straight to my room. Oh, okay. Maybe he just didn't greet her. Answering, I feel depressed from self-loathing. Last night, after parting from CL-senpai, I returned to the mansion and went straight to my room to escape Akiha. Although I denied it to senpai, I was afraid to ask Akiha. I just can't ask Akiha, are you a vampire? If the answer was the worst possible, I wouldn't know what to do. Thinking about that sort of thing, I can't face her, and I can't talk to her. Hisui, is Akiha already in the sitting room?
Yes. She has been waiting for you for some time.
I see. That's bad. Right now, I have no confidence I can talk with her as I usually do. I'm not sure I can manage even a casual greeting. Hisui, sorry, but can you stay with me today? Until I leave, I'd like you by my side. Although her expression does not change, Hisui looks at me in shock.
I understand.
She's
Then I
blushing.
shall accompany you until you leave, Shiki-sama.
Bowing very deeply, Hisui grants my request. In the sitting room, Kohako-san is drinking tea with Akiha. Ah, morning, both of you. Somehow I greet them naturally. Maybe she's mad at me for going straight to my room. Akiha glances only briefly at me, saying nothing.
Good morning, Shiki-san. It's unusual to see you together with Hisui-chan.
Yeah, I don't feel great today, so I asked her to escort me. It would be dangerous if I felt giddy on the stairs.
I see. Hisui-chan, you really are relied on.
Of course, Hisui stands beside me silently.
Well, I'll go and prepare breakfast. Please wait with Akiha-sama.
Kohako-san goes into the kitchen. Akiha says nothing. Feeling an unpleasant atmosphere, I sit down on the sofa. An uneasy silence rules the sitting room.
Nissan.
What is it, Akiha?
You said you're not feeling well. Are you feeling alright?
No, it's nothing major. You don't need to worry about it.
Really? Well, then, that's good. But
Akiha looks away uneasily. There's something strange about Akiha's attitude. It's obvious she cares about last night, but she's different from usual. Usually she would at least say, "Why didn't you tell me when you came home?" Instead, she looks incredibly nervous. Akiha?
Nissan?
The two of us speak simultaneously.
Yes. What is it, Nissan?
No, what were you going to say?
Nothing. I was just calling your name.
I get even more confused.
Akiha-sama, Shiki-san, breakfast is ready.
Kohako-san's voice comes from the dining room. Well, shall we go, Akiha?
Yes, let's go, Nissan.
Somehow Akiha seems awfully meek this morning. And now I hate myself even more. Before, I was thinking how difficult it would be to see Akiha. You know, thinking if she is this subdued, I want to talk to her with her more.
Well then, Shiki-sama, Akiha-sama, have a good day.
Following my instructions precisely, Hisui follows us to the main gates. Since today's Saturday, I'll be back a little early, but you don't need to wait out here. Since I may go to a place for a bit, please wait in the mansion. Affirming her consent, Hisui bows, and we leave the gates of the mansion behind. Now, the problem is the wait from here to school. Akiha follows silently next to me. Although part of me is glad of the silence, it still feels uncomfortable. We arrive at school. It's just past 7:30. Only a small number of students arrive here at this time. Akiha is still silent. It would be really awkward if we didn't exchange a word all morning. Hey, Akiha.
Yes. What is it, Nissan?
What is it? You seem really odd this morning. You're not even angry about last night. And you seem really distant.
It does it seem that way?
Yeah, it does. Are you still feeling bad? If so, you should be resting. Ah, suddenly I notice. Akiha took the day off school yesterday. Yesterday, Ciel Senpai had bandages on her arm, and she said she had a painful experience.
Um, you don't really look well either.
No, that's... I shake my head to throw off the unpleasant image. There's something wrong. Since Akiha suffers from the same frailties as I do, there's nothing strange about her taking a day off school. I have to trust Akiha, so I can't let my imagination run away from me like that. I'm fine. More importantly, what's wrong? Somehow you seem really feminine this morning, not like yourself at all.
You just said something really terrible, Nissan.
Yes, that's a little more like it. I'll feel uneasy if you're not like that, Akiha. Well, being calm isn't that bad every once in a while.
Oh, am I always so rough?
No, you're gentle. You're polite and very proper. That's strange in any case. Why? It's strange in that case. Why? Why don't I think of her as being calm all the time? Well, it's okay. If you say there's something wrong with you, I won't ask anymore. Come on, let's go inside. Looking like she wants to say something more, Akiha follows me into the school building. See you later. Since school finishes early today, we can have lunch at the mansion.
Nissan.
What is it? Do you feel bad after all? So I'll take you to the nurse.
No, I feel fine. I don't feel bad at all. But there's a reason I just feel completely lost this morning.
Lost? What do you mean?
Nissan, do you remember that childhood promise?
Suddenly, Akiha glances up at me with flushed cheeks. Childhood promise? What's that?
Jeez, of course you don't remember it. That's fine. It's nothing at all. I didn't expect you to anyway. It seems it didn't mean anything to you.
With a humph, Akiha turns away. What's this all of a sudden? When we were children, that was 8 years ago. You say promise, but there's so many promises I made to you. Even if you ask me like that, I won't be able to remember.
True, but aren't there some things you want others to remember? Last night, I had a dream about when we were small, so I wondered if you'd remember.
Akiha, you think I can remember everything just because you saw a dream from your childhood?
But it was nostalgic. Don't you remember? The first time you called my name and stroked my head under that tree? Back then, I would cry easily, right? Everyone would try to calm me down when I cried, but you would be sad with me. So it caused me to cry more, but afterwards, I really felt like there was nothing sad anymore. From that time, Nissan? What's wrong? Do you feel ill?
Akiha, that dream last night. Is it the time you were crying in the empty garden?
Yes. I don't remember it very well, but it felt like that kind of dream.
Something cold runs down my back. That dream. I had that dream too. Senpai said I get pulled into the vampire's mind.
Nissan? Are you sure you're alright?
It's nothing. Well, I'm going this way, so bye. I part from Akiha, feeling sick. Why? Why is the result always the worst possible? Being drawn into the vampire's mind as I sleep. Last night, I didn't want to know I was dreaming the same dream as Akiha instead of the killer's dream. There were only a few people in the classroom. Haven't saved in a while, so... I moved to my seat by the window and put down my bag. Sitting in my chair, I wait for homeroom to start. Oh, you're early, Tono. You look pretty pale this morning. You alright? Arihiko? Honestly, you, Akiha, and I'll keep saying the same thing. Do I really look that bad? Nah. Actually, you look much like you always do. I guess you just look really down, huh? Down, huh? Certainly, I feel down. The senpai came and said, wasn't it like I said? I wouldn't be able to say anything back. Arihiko, have you seen senpai today? Yeah? Which senpai? Which? The one senpai we both know is Ciel senpai, right? Yeah. Who's that? Chieru? Were there any foreign students in this school? Your mouth falls open in astonishment. Arihiko, you... My broken voice gets that far. But I can't get any further. What is it, Tono? If you got something to say, then say it. I'll listen to anything except money problems. How many times has Ciel made him forget her at this point?
Not bad for Arihiko.
Yeah. Arihiko acts like usual. As in like usual, he doesn't remember senpai at all. You really don't remember senpai? That's why I'm asking. Who is the senpai you keep talking about? I can't answer anymore. Gradually, I begin to understand the meaning of the goodbye she gave last night. Oh, old Kunifuji, you'll be here any moment. See you later. Arihiko returns to his own desk. The teacher enters the classroom. Homeroom begins, and after that, the first period starts with physics. I just observe vacantly. Senpai has really disappeared. She's not merely disappeared from before me, but she has vanished without a trace. The spell is easily faded. Oh, yeah, that's her line. Alright.
The spell has easily faded.
Looking somewhat sad, she said that. Arihiko doesn't remember her. I'm sure no one else remembers it either. She was never a student here. She was just sent here in order to observe me. So once she revealed her true character to me, there's no need for her to remain here. My chest hurts. In place of proving that I was not the killer, Ciel senpai disappeared like a mirage. Lunch comes and all classes end. Seeking to enjoy Saturday to the fullest, my classmates rushed out of the classroom. Oh? What is it, Tono? You're not going? Just staying a bit longer. I thought I'd wait a bit for someone. That'd be Akiha-chan, huh? No way. If it were Akiha, I'd go and pick her up. I'm waiting for someone who has no reason to come, so I don't know if I'll get to see her. Right. Well, later. Yeah, and don't go playing around too much at night. Aha. I'm done for if you have to tell me that. Arihiko goes, and the other students start to go as well. I'm left alone in the classroom, still waiting for Ciel senpai. Click. The hand of the clock hits 1 p.m. As the sound of practice begins to echo from the grounds, the classroom door slides open. It is Akiha. She comes over to my seat by the window.
Nii-san? You're not going home?
No, I'll go. I just haven't seen Senpai today. I thought if I waited here, she might come by. No, that's wrong. I just want her to come by, but she's never going to appear before me again.
Is that so? Well then, I'll wait with you.
Akiha sits at the desk next to me. I don't mind or anything. You really are nosy, aren't you?
Yes, I'm your sister after all.
Seeming a little happy, Akiha sits on her chair with a smile. Well, there's no reason to send her away. Although it's unpleasant when Akiha and Senpai see each other, Senpai isn't coming anyway. I'm just wasting a day. It's afternoon. Akiha doesn't complain and merely sits next to me. Come to think of it, this is the first time I've been with Akiha for such a long time since I came back to the mansion. Without conversation, I'm more aware of Akiha than ever. When we were small, Akiha was always crying. For 8 years, Akiha waited for me. And even now, Akiha simply accompanies me calmly. When I was told Akiha might be a vampire, all I did was deny it. The reason is obvious. Akiha is my important younger sister, so I didn't want to accept it. The girl I promised to protect. The reason I returned to Tono Mansion. Surprised when I met Akiha for the first time after 8 years, now grown beautiful. Akiha is important to me. I think I love her. But what kind of love it is, I cannot put into words clearly. We've lived as siblings for only 2 years. During that time, the feeling of wanting to protect her was stronger than the feeling of family. You don't understand. At times, I gaze on Akiha so much that I don't understand myself. It's not that she's important to me because she's my younger sister. She's just important to me. So, even if she's a vampire, Akiha, shall we go back?
I don't mind, but is that alright, Nissan? Senpai isn't here yet, is she?
No, she was never going to come, so it's alright. Akiha says nothing more. Suddenly, I realize something. Arihiko and the others, even the teachers, don't remember Senpai. But Akiha seems to. Akiha, what do you think of Senpai?
I'm not sure who you mean by senpai. But I think you mean Xiao-san. In that case, my opinion hasn't changed. I do not want you to associate with that person.
What? My voice dies. Akiha remembers Senpai. Everyone else has forgotten her, so why? Akiha, you...
Nissan? What is it? You have such a terrible expression right now.
Why? Why do you remember, Akiha? Everyone has forgotten Senpai, so why do you remember her?
Eh?
Akiha's expression freezes. And then she looks away from me. Akiha, could it be you knew from the beginning who Senpai was? She doesn't answer. The silence means yes. Akiha, answer me. You knew Senpai was a vampire hunter from the beginning, so is that why you didn't like her?
Vampire... Nissan.
Oh, someone had a question. Did he find out that he's not really her brother? I don't think he knows that just yet. There are hints about it at this point, but he hasn't figured it out. Akiha looks at me, aghast. Her face doesn't seem surprised at the word vampire, but it seems she's surprised to hear it coming from me. Akiha, answer me. If you don't, I won't be able to believe you.
Yes, Nissan. I knew from the beginning that person was different. Since I knew she was hypnotizing people she saw for the first time, I didn't trust her.
Senpai was hypnotizing people?
Yes, that's why everyone didn't think it was odd for someone to have a name like Xiao. Since I was unaffected by her, I realized there was something different about her.
Akiha explains herself. But she left out an important part. If everyone was taken in by CL Senpai's hypnosis, why was Akiha unaffected?
When the hypnosis is removed, those people affected by it will forget the person called Xiao. Since I was never affected in the first place, even though it has been removed, I remember her.
I get it, but Akiha, why weren't you affected?
Well, that's...
I see. Those of the Tono bloodline aren't normal. Because of that, Senpai's hypnosis was ineffective.
Nissan, why do you...
It's natural. After all, I'm not normal either. Saying that, I stand up. After a moment of astonishment, Akiha also stands up with a determined expression. The empty classroom. We gazed at each other and the classroom dyed red. I heard from Senpai that those in the Tono family have special powers. And that among them, there are those who end up not being able to restrain themselves and kill others. But I don't believe it. I don't want to believe it. Please tell me, Akiha. You're not a vampire, are you? Akiha doesn't answer. She merely narrows her eyes painfully. Why? I want Akiha, even if it's a lie, say, of course not. Say something. Why won't you answer, Akiha? I cry out since the silence is painful. A little more silence follows. As if nothing was wrong, Akiha walks gracefully to the window. Her long red hair is transparent in the sunset. Her red hair flutters as she turns around.
Well then, I'll ask. If I was a vampire, what would you do, Nissan?
Her look, like a blade, pierces my throat. That's... Akiha's gaze drills into me. We're separated. Even though she's away from me, there's a feeling of tension, like she's right in front of my face.
To me, Nissan. I asked, if I were a blood-sucking demon, what would you do?
Akiha, that's...
If I were to confirm that, there would be no reason for me to hold back. Do you understand, Nissan?
I could stop...
I could stop being obstinate and become more honest with myself, right?
With terrible pressure and a glint of cruel enjoyment in her eyes, Akiha gazes up at me. I shudder as I look at her. Even though Akiha is looking up at me, her gaze is so cold that she seems to be looking down on me. What? I'm breathing in and I can't speak. Even though we're far apart, it feels like we're so close we could kiss at any moment. Akiha's eyes are cold and sore as those of a stranger. Akiha, you... My voice stops there. Whatever happens, I cannot finish.
Just a joke, Nissan. I don't drink people's blood.
With a delightful smile at my hesitant state, Akiha releases her blade-like gaze.
It's just as Ciel said. Certainly, members of the Tonal House have something different in their blood. However, that's something that can be told at a glance if it's awake. Even you know that, don't you, Nissan?
Akiha teases with a laugh. I know?
Yes. So your question is meaningless. because I am not what you think I am, Nissan. Well then, at all. In that case, I'm going home.
Akiha is about to leave, but no. If I miss this chance, I feel there will be no more chances. Having come this far, I can't let her go without asking her everything. No, there's still something I want to ask. About the other child, when we were children.
You're really persistent, Nissan. Didn't I tell you there was no other child?
That's not true. Our old man adopted a kid 10 years ago. Akiha raises her eyebrow. It's not like her previous reaction, a hiding of guilt. It's more like anger.
I see. Hisui has been troublesome. I told her to take care not to let you discover that.
Akiha sighs. Akiha, there was a third child. Even I remember vaguely. Can't you tell me? Why did he die?
No, that child did not die.
Eh?
But he was killed. By your hands, son.
What? I killed? Saying that, dizziness assaults me. Yes, I killed. The accident 8 years ago. My younger self. In that courtyard. A hot, nightmarish summer day. Akiha and the boy covered in blood. Thick clouds and the echoing sound of the cicadas. There, I killed him. I feel dizzy. Gah. Somehow, I have the strength to keep from fainting. No, my breath comes out in gasps. I couldn't.
See, Nissan? Doesn't everyone have secrets they have to keep to themselves?
Akiha, you...
So you should stop thinking about such things. It's enough if you just live at the mansion as Tonoshiki.
Akiha leaves. I have no words to stop her. The classroom is in sunset. Only I am left, standing unable to move. Night falls. Since I don't feel like returning to the mansion, I merely sit on the bench in the park, thinking, is it pointless? It's undeniable that Akiha is something different. And it's clear that there was a third child who is now dead. Akiha says I killed the third child. And I remember looking down at a bloody body in the courtyard. Akiha drinking Kohaku-san's blood. Akiha saying the Tono family is inhuman. Senpai saying it would not be strange for the minds of siblings to merge while they sleep. So there's no longer any doubt. Even if I don't want to accept it, it's true. At least if I didn't see Akiha drinking Kohaku-san's blood. Huh? Hang on. When I saw Akiha and Kohaku-san, it was in my dream. I saw Akiha and Kohaku-san in a dream. That means if I was merging with Akiha's mind, I wouldn't be able to see Akiha herself. Then the person seeing that dream, it couldn't have been Akiha who was being watched. If Akiha is a vampire, she would never see that. Yeah, there's no way Akiha could be the killer. Saying that, I jump off the bench. Though I will be embarrassed later, I run around the park. Ha 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 ha. I don't care about how people think. I just run around happily, laughing. Because this means I can protect Akiha from now on. Just this once, I'm happy that my mind merged with the vampires. If we hadn't seen Akiha, I would still believe in my terrible mistake. No, hold on. Watching Akiha? The killer was watching Akiha inside the mansion, like watching its prey from a dark corner, as if he decided his next prey was Akiha. What? My back freezes. But this is no time to stand around. Akiha! Crying out, I run to the mansion with all my strength. Pant. 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 This is going automatically, by the way.
Wow.
Pant, pant, pant. Strange. Let's put a save here.
Nikki, you realize things so late.
Though it's still only 7, the lights of the mansion are out. I gasp for air. I catch my breath from running and run into the mansion. The mansion is as silent as a grave. It's terribly hot. For an autumn night, it's terribly hot. I keep panting heavily. My breathing is irregular, but not just because I've been running. It's a terrible tropical night. Sweat pours off me, dripping down my cheeks. I wipe it away. In this boiling night, I grasp the door of the mansion. I feel dizzy. A chill runs through my bones as if my brain was being wrung out. This isn't my normal dizziness. My consciousness isn't blurred. Instead, it's sharpened like a honed blade. I grit my teeth. Without reason, hatred boils up. Dizziness does not fade, and despite a violent headache, my body fills with strength. Akiha! There's no response to my cry. The mansion is completely without power. There's no sign of anyone. Hisui, Kohaku-san! Is anyone here? There's no reply. The only thing here is heat and silence piercing into my skin like needles. Akiha. Just an awful feeling. I can't think of anything else. Akiha. Akiha's room is...
Oh gosh.
Do you remember?
Was it ever mentioned? Like, exactly?
It might have been mentioned
where it was?
once very early on. Well, good thing we have the flowchart here.
Yeah, since we pretty much only see her inside the sitting room.
Well, we did visit her room once. I think it was last
that
stream.
one time.
Yeah. So 3 of these choices
Akiha's room
decrease.
is the sitting room.
Yeah. 3 of these choices decrease regard with her. Only 1 increases. That would be the East Wing, 2nd floor. The very back of the East Wing on the 2nd floor. That's where Akiha's room is. I run up the stairs. The heated air and sense of foreboding seem to stretch over the dark night like glass. Ha. Breathing heavily, I reach the top of the stairs and walk down the hallway. My back hurts. This terrible feeling in the air gets heavier as I draw near Akiha's room. I reach Akiha's room. The dizziness is getting unbearably stronger. I put my hand in my pocket. I'm lucky as my knife is still there. I ignore my dizziness, and with the knife in my other hand, I open the door. Darkness. The moonlight coming from my room window barely sheds enough light to see. In the blue darkness, I see Akiha on the ground. On the off chance she's naked, I'm going to put the scene up just to be safe. Akiha. I run to her and hold her up. Akiha does not move. She might be unconscious. I can tell she's alive as her small chest rises and falls like breathing. But there's something more strange. Akiha's black hair has turned a bloody shade of red. Akiha, you're really Akiha, right? The hair looks red in the darkness, but it's definitely Akiha. Akiha, hey, come on. What happened? I hear a noise. I turn back. Alright, I think we're safe, so take that away now. The direction the sound came from, there's someone standing by the moonlit window. It seems to be someone wrapped in bandages. Who are you? The man does not answer. I'm getting some static from you, Misaki.
Oof.
A cold chill goes through my spine. I feel death in my nerves. The person is just there, broken. Abnormal eyes that seem out of this world. But there is some intelligence. It seems the bandaged person has both intelligence and madness. My heart beats loudly. It beats quicker. All the while, my mind freezes like I was dead. I know this feeling of death. I'm sure. What's in this room right now is the world of murder I saw in my dreams. I asked, who are you? Or who you are. I hold my knife and stare at the person. The bandaged man appears to be smiling. I feel sad, Shiki. You don't even remember the person you've killed? He steps toward me. I back up, holding Akiha in one arm. Can't you tell, Shiki? I'm the guy you killed. What are you saying? Just listening to his voice gets on my nerves. I hate him. Misaki, you're a fan or something, or is it just you're making?
I wonder why it's getting caught now.
Oh, now it stopped. Hatred I was feeling since I entered the mansion is concentrated on him. This hatred is my instinctual drive to remove him. Is my instinctual drive to remove him a homicidal impulse? My heart beats. From somewhere inside me, my body screams. It screams that this person must be killed. I see. You're the vampire. Holding Akiha with one arm, I hold out my knife with the other. Ha ha ha. The man laughs as it was really funny. Don't even try. I am you. No, hold on a sec. Spam bot.
Wait, how is he carrying Akiha with one arm and then his knife in the other?
And he's just like propping her up, I guess.
Because I'm just imagining him like throwing her over like one side of him, like school backpack kind of thing.
So we just... Okay, sorry, I got to ban the spam bot. Okay. Don't even try. I am you. There's no one who can truly kill himself. What? I'm taking Akiha back. She was mine to start with. Another step. The man comes closer. Stop. I won't stop. I came to get everything back from you. Name, position, power, everything was mine. The man opens his arms and talks proudly. What are you saying? What are you? You still don't understand? What a guy. We were such good friends 8 years ago. What? 8 years ago? Such good friends? Well, I guess you forgot it. It's that old man. I bet he put a strong spell on you to make you forget. And I bet you yourself wanted to forget about the ugly past, Shiki. He laughs. My vision shakes. 8 years ago. 8 years ago. 8 years ago. That's the time I was sent to the hospital from that accident. That was the last time the three of us played together in this mansion. That was the time that child was there in all the blood. But that's all ending now. It was painful for you, right, Shiki? Hold on, I'll save you. The man slowly takes off the bandage around his head. His face. You... It's been a while, Tonoshiki. No, that's not your real name. the face that came out from the bandage. It was not the face of that bloody child, but Tono Shiki. Yes, why did I forget? He was with Akiha back then.
Why does he look so different?
Yeah, it is a good question. I guess somehow not meeting with Arcwade changed how he looked. The third kid's name was certainly that. Maybe he hasn't awakened his Roa yet? I don't know. Yeah, it really has been a long time, Nanaya Shiki. You finally remembered that you were an imposter. The man's Shiki's lips turn up into a smile and he laughs deeply. Headache. I have a headache. The lid opens, which was sealed shut. By whom? I can't look at it. At what? A box of forgotten memories. He commanded me to forget everything. Tono Makihisa, the Nayashiki, was adopted by the person who made him alone. Probably because it was amusing to him that I had the same name as his son. It's something that happened 10 years ago. I was adopted. I was brought into an unknown mansion. My family were always people I didn't know. My life in the detached building. The boy and the girl I met. The big garden we played around in. A hot summer day. Akiha getting attacked by a shadow. I could only think about helping her, and the moment I used myself as a shield. I was commanded to forget everything. By Tono Makihisa. By my own father. He commanded me to live as Tonoshiki and not Nanaya Shiki, and dizziness, sickness. Mixed memories run through my head. Thump. I can't control my body. I throw Akiha to the ground and embrace my knife as I pant for air.
Or Akiha?
Yeah, you couldn't just let her down gently? Is it shocking? I bet it is. It should have been a big shock to know that you were an imposter since you thought you were Tonoshiki this whole time. Shiki laughs. But that's nothing compared to me. You know, Shiki, I was killed by the person I thought was my best friend, and even had the name Tonoshiki taken away from me. You even took Akiha, my Akiha. Can you understand how I felt? Killed? You... That's right. I killed you first, but the end result was you killed me. Can't you recall yet? 8 years ago on that day, I lost my blood and killed you. Look at that scar on your chest. I took this arm and pierced right through you. Scar on my chest. I was in the accident. I was told that I got that from an accident. Yes, the old man almost killed me afterwards, though. Tonal blood finally awakened inside me, but I was imprisoned underground and lived in the dark for 8 years. That damn old man. He said he'd let me out if I returned to being human. He thought it would be inconvenient for Tonoshiki to be gone, so he made you into Tonoshiki. So, the adopted kid that was here 10 years ago was me. Do you get it, Shiki? I was killed by you. I'm alive right now, but you're Tonoshiki. I have no place to go back to. My name is Tonoshiki, my position, my dear sister, and even my existence was taken away by you. I, as Tonoshiki, was killed by you, Tonoshiki. I think we established this like in the first group, but they're spelled differently in Japanese, which is how you tell them apart. But they couldn't really do that in English, so this just looks kind of dumb. a step. He starts to walk towards me with glaring eyes. Here, that's the end of the story. Shiki, you should have died 8 years ago. You've had enough, right? Let's go back to the way things were 8 years ago. The way things were. Yes, I returned to being Tomoshiki, and in return to the dead person you were, and you returned to the dead person you were. A big impact. Let's put a save here. I was blown out of the hallway with one strike from Shiki. My body strikes the wall. I can't breathe. My head, I still can't think straight. I can sense him coming. Shiki jumps out from Akiha's room. Damn. I can hear Shiki. His weapon also happens to be a knife, and my knife joins his in a deadly competition. I gasp for air. I'm out of breath. I still feel sick. But I don't have time to think. Surprisingly, this choice leads to two different scenes, but it doesn't. But they reconverge in the next scene. Doesn't really matter. First, I have to get us away from Akiha's room. I should worry about Akiha's safety most of all. It's too dangerous to fight near Akiha.
Especially after throwing her.
Yeah. I need to move somewhere bigger, like the lobby. Still holding my knife, I jump back without looking. Shiki's knife slashes in front of my face. Fortunately, I did not get cut. But he hits my glasses off. You bastard. My heart pounds loudly. Death covers my view. Hatred takes over my mind. I gasp for air. My breathing goes wild. Shiki attacks. In that case, there's nothing to be afraid of now. Not a problem. Fortunately, this is my third time fighting in a life or death. My third time fighting a life or death situation. By now, I know more than enough about how exactly I should be moving. Sweat drips down to the ground. His knife swings at every part of my body, but I have fortunately not received any fatal wounds. I'm breathing hard because I move my body past its limits. I don't understand. The enemy in front of me breathes out in annoyance. Why can't I kill just an ordinary human being? Why is your killing ability so high, Shiki? There's anger in his eyes. He's probably irritated from all this unexpected resistance by something that should be easy prey. My heavy breathing fills the air. My chest hurts. Even though I have seen his killings already in my dreams, our abilities are naturally different. It's already hard enough to block his attacks, and it's almost impossible to attack his lines. But if I don't care to avoid mutual death, I could easily kill him. Alright, enough playing around. I tried to finish you off with the same weapon you had, but I shouldn't have used something I'm not used to using. The enemy throws down his knife. Slash. The sharp animal-like nails shine in the night. Someone just left a comment a minute ago. Vampire Shiki uses a knife. Where's his fangs or whatever? Oh, there you go.
Yep.
So it's this after all. It's really dull to use the same thing as 8 years ago. The enemy smiles and freezes his stance. Thump. My heart beats. My body knows I won't be able to keep up with him once he gets serious. I probably won't even be able to see him attacking me. The first thing I will realize is that my body is a hole in it. Thump. The presence of death increases. The sense of impending death is upon me, but I have no fear. The cracking inside my body grows proportionately with the sense of crisis. Panting, burning pain. Just like a bow pulled to the limit. A homicidal impulse that I cannot control. Most likely, it will be released in a moment and kill Shiki for sure. So long, Shiki. Akiha is mine. This time, you go to hell. The enemy's body disappears. The strained bow is released. But before that, someone comes in between me and Shiki. Ooh. It's Super Saiyan God, Akiha.
It is.
It was Akiha with her flowing red hair. Akiha stands in front of Shiki as if to protect me. Akiha, what are you doing? Akiha does not answer. Her back. With Akiha's red hair in front of me, I start feeling excited. Move, Akiha. I'm your real brother. You don't have to worry about this imposter. Akiha does not answer. Her back. With Akiha's red hair in front of me, I start feeling excited. Akiha, don't make me sad. You are the only important person for me.
No, I won't move.
Akiha shakes her head and clearly rejects Shiki. Akiha.
Move back. If you say you're going to kill Nissan, I will kill you first. The role of the head of the Tono family is to eliminate people like you.
What are you saying, Akiha? You were waiting for me for so long. I was always watching. I came back because you were waiting for your brother. I killed that old man and became free just for you. But why are you protecting that imposter?
Indeed, I was waiting for Nissan. But that is not you. You lost against the Tono blood and became just a killer. You should have died on that day 8 years ago.
Akiha, you're telling me your own brother to die? No, that's not right. I'm your only brother. Listen to me. That guy is just a...
Silence. I will not allow any more insults against Nissan. I am not going to let you kill Nissan again.
Akiha. Shiki staggers. Stop. He's just an imposter. Don't betray me for such a guy, Akiha. Akiha doesn't answer. She just confronts Shiki with fierce aggression. Akiha, are you going to betray me too, Akiha? Shiki takes a step back. Shiki looks at me and Akiha with bloodshot eyes. This is the last warning. Move, Akiha. Can't you follow your brother's orders?
I will not move. You are not my Nissan.
Ah! Shiki screams as he jumps. Not toward Akiha, but toward me. But I was expecting that already. I raise my knife and face my enemy. But Shiki's nails are faster. The result will still be mutual death. If that's the case, I can surely cut his line and slice him into pieces. Shiki's nails never reach. Ah! Shiki's soulless voice gasps. Akiha! Shiki's nails slashed across Akiha's back. It's not that Shiki aimed for her. It's just that Akiha crashed into me. But I felt nothing. My mind is frozen. Without feeling anything, my homicidal impulse drives me. Akiha's body falls to the ground. In that instant, The instant Shiki stops moving, I slash through his line. Smell of blood. It angers me that scent is the only thing I do sense. The rest of my senses are paralyzed with exhaustion after all my extreme movement. Right now, I feel nothing. There is Akiha covered with blood in front of me, and Shiki's dead body is there right beside her. I feel nothing, and simply stand here. The lights come on. It hurts my eyes as it returns me to my senses. I look around. On the floor in front of me is a path of red blood. Akiha's body is not there, nor is Shiki's. What? The knife is still in my hands. I'm sure that wasn't a dream. As proof, the floor is covered with blood. Akiha, you protected me. I remember, and at the same time, I feel sick. I didn't want her to do that. All I wanted to do was protect Akiha. Why did it turn out this way?
Shiki-sama.
Someone calls from behind.
I have turned on the emergency power. Akiha-sama's wounds are pretty shallow, so please do not worry.
Hisui, where were you?
I previously said this. When Nesan and I arrived to help, you and Akiha-sama were on the ground. We tried to talk to you several times, but you were in no condition to talk.
Oh, so I just stood here while Akiha was lying injured on the ground?
Akiha-sama needed treatment immediately, so Nesan and I treated Akiha-sama, and then put the power back on. Should we have waited for your orders?
No, you guys did the right thing. I was just standing there, right?
Yes, it has been an hour since we came, but you have only been standing there.
I see. Not doing anything while Akiha was on the ground wounded is the worst thing I could have done. Not only did I not protect her, but you could say I was actually hurting her. Hisui, is Akiha alright?
Yes, it is not that deep of a wound, but since it is not a wound that will heal anytime soon, we have her resting in her room now. Shiki-sama, what happened? When we regained consciousness, all the lights in the mansion were turned off, and I had apparently been unconscious in Nesan's room. It seems Nesan and I were drugged. When we came out to the lobby, you and Akiha-sama were there. Nesan said that cut on Akiha-sama was from a big animal, but that is...
What? There's something wrong. This doesn't add up. Hisui, Shiki was not there?
Shiki-sama, you were standing in front of Akiha-sama.
No, not me, but I thought myself. Hisui doesn't know about Shiki. She doesn't know why Akiha was hurt, nor does she know I was almost killed. Hisui, there was only me and Akiha in the lobby? She nods. That guy. Let's put a save.
Does that mean that Shiki, like the other Shiki, he wasn't planning on hurting them then?
He's still alive. I think he might have run away because he realized Akiha got hurt.
Aww.
It did cut him from his shoulders along his lines, but it didn't kill him. Or are vampires harder to kill than humans? Either way, he's alive right now and has run away. No, I don't care about that right now, but Akiha...
Please wait, Shiki-sama. Are you going to Akiha-sama's bedroom?
Of course. I have to apologize to Akiha and talk to her.
Nesan is currently treating her wounds. I do not think Akiha-sama would be pleased to see you right now.
That might be true, but...
Please go back to your room, Shiki-sama. When we finish treating her and Akiha-sama asks for you, I will come and get you.
With that, Hisui starts to walk up the stairs. She probably went up to Akiha's bedroom to help Kohaku-san. Being a guy, I can't help them. All I can do for now is wait for Hisui in my room. I go back to my room and try to calm down. I have to calm down and think about many things. About Akiha, about myself, about that guy Shiki. Shiki told me that I was adopted and treated as Tonoshiki in his place. I have no intention of denying it. Rather, it's very convincing. Why I didn't recognize this mansion that well, why my room didn't feel like a room I knew. The fact that I was living in with the Arimas, and why no one came to see me while I was in the hospital 8 years ago. When I was adopted 10 years ago, and the 2 years until I got into that accident, me, Akiha, and Shiki were raised as brother and sister. Shiki sounded as if he knew I was adopted all along. But what about Akiha?
You are not my Nissan.
Akiha said that to Shiki and injured herself while protecting me. Akiha might not know that I was adopted. That's why she protected me. You can't do that unless it's your real brother. So Akiha must believe I am her true brother.
Shiki-san, may I come in?
Kohaku-san, is Akiha alright now?
Yes, we are done treating her wounds. She won't be able to walk at all for a few weeks, but there's no danger to her life.
I see. Thank goodness. A few weeks, Jesus.
I know, right?
I let out a sigh of relief. If the wound she received from protecting me was worse, I don't know how I could ever talk to Akiha again.
Miki-san, Hisui-chan told me you wanted to talk to Akiha-sama?
Yeah, I'd prefer not to if Akiha's not feeling well, but I would really like to talk to her if I can.
If that's the case, please go ahead. But please do not have a complicated conversation. Akiha-sama is pushing herself, and I do not want her to be mentally tired.
I know, I just want to see Akiha and thank her.
Alright, that should be fine. Then I'll rest for a bit. Can you take care of Akiha-sama for a while?
Kohaku-san walks out of the room, wobbling. She must be tired from taking care of Akiha.
Or blood loss.
Alright, I have to go check on Akiha. I knock on the door. Akiha, it's me. Can I come in? After a moment of silence.
Yes, please come in, Nissan.
I just realized I lost track of where we were. Let me just... I think we're approaching an H scene, so... Just in case there's like a jump... Not a jump scare, but, you know... a jump sexy. We hear a weak whisper. We go into Akiha's bedroom. As she said, as she was sleeping on the bed until now, she raises herself slowly. Crap. Seeing her like this causes my mind to empty. There's already tension enough coming into Akiha's bedroom, and she's acting so weak that I regret it. We ended up just staring at each other in silence. All of a sudden...
Aren't you going to sit down, Nissan?
Oh, yeah. I should sit down, huh? I take a seat in a chair. Now I'm at the same height as Akiha, and my head goes even more blank. Okay, we're safe for the moment, so...
You never ask about anything, do you, Nissan? Even though I am like this, I was ready for anything.
Akiha says in a soft voice. You're right, there's a lot of things I want to ask about, but I'll ask all that after you get better. Right now, I'm here to see how you're doing.
I see, but there's something I want to ask you, Nissan. I get mad easily when I don't understand something. So, I can't sleep peacefully unless I hear it from you.
Go ahead, you're her right now, so I'll answer anything.
I'm sorry, I'm hiding a lot of things from you, but I don't want you to hide anything from me. I'm really selfish, aren't I?
Don't worry, I like that part of you too. I'll let it go. So, what do you want to ask about, Akiha? Akiha is probably making me match her pace. Surprising even myself, I speak kindly to her.
Then I'll ask, Nissan, you use the word vampire. Is that something Ciel taught you, or is it something you conclude yourself?
I think it's both. I don't know why, but I've been having this dream where I killed people and sucked their blood. So I thought I was the killer. However, Ciel Senpai proved me wrong.
I see. You were in tune with Shiki's mind. That's why you asked me at that school.
What? Akiha, you can tell that I am in tune with his mind?
No, I'm just saying the possibility existed. Nissan, you might not remember, but that Shiki is our...
Yeah, you want to say he's our brother, right? I forgot about it until just now, but I remember faintly. Whenever we played in the garden, you always followed us. Us means that there's more than one, right? Yes, when I recall my childhood, there is that contradiction. I didn't recognize it, probably because the old man hypnotized me. Akiha does not say anything. It really seems like she doesn't know I'm adopted. In that case, I do not want to say it right now and mentally attack her. If I can lie to her right now, I should.
Nissan, you were almost killed by Shiki 8 years ago. Shiki did not have that much tonal blood in him. Suddenly awakened. The blood of Tono is the blood from ancient times, and it makes you give priority to your instinct rather than your reason. Shiki had that blood throughout him and attacked you, as you happened to be there.
I heard that from Shiki. That the scar on my chest is not from an accident, but from Shiki.
Everyone in the Tono family has different abilities. There's some people who eat other people like Shiki. And there's people whose abnormality is only in their brain, like Father. Shiki attacked you and took away your blood and life. Shiki was punished by Father, but he survived by taking your life.
I don't get it. What do you mean by him taking away my life?
I should say your soul in this case. I don't know how it works since I'm not Shiki. But Shiki lived by feeding off your life. I think you and Shiki are like different people running off of one heart. That's why you tune into each other easily. If that's the reasoning, I think you can tune into me too. But I think it's because you two were really good friends.
Stop it. With that guy. With the guy that hurts you? Don't make me friends with him. Akiha looks at me with a painful expression. Her thin body, her white skin, Her flowing black hair is tinged slightly red and looks very weak. Oh yeah, Akiha, what happened to your hair? It was red back then, and now it's back to black. What's going on?
I told you, this is due to the tonal blood. My body does not change like Shiki, but when my blood gets excited, my hair turns back to its original color. Now that I'm calm, it returned to being black.
That's good. I think it looks better with black hair. I think you look better with black hair. I think it'll be bad if your hair stayed red. I disagree, personally, Shiki, but... I don't want her to be stained with something like the tonal blood.
Yes, I also just like the color red. I know it's just the color of my hair, but it means my body's state has changed. I do not want to be like Shiki.
Akiha falls back in bed. Akiha. I support her body. Oh. No. She's shaking. Her breathing is difficult, as if her heart was gone. She clenches her teeth in pain. She sweats as if trying to expel the pain from her body. Akiha, what's wrong? Do your wounds hurt?
Nisa.
Akiha grips the bed sheets. Shh, hold up. I'll go get Kohaku-san.
No, no one can help me. Anyways.
Akiha grabs onto my arm, still breathing hard. Her slender fingers. Her soft hand grips my hand strongly. Alright, I'll stay right here, Akiha. I can't hear her. The voice is too choppy. Akiha rages around on the bed, and I realize her hair is red again. Akiha, your hair.
It's alright. This won't last long.
Akiha is in serious pain. Time passes by, and all I can do is hold on to her hands. After an interminable amount of time, it finally ends. I'm sure it was only a few minutes, but it felt like a few hours. She breathes normally now. Her hair is still red, but it looks fainter than before.
I'm sorry I made you watch such unpleasant things.
Akiha sits up. I can easily tell she's pushing herself. You don't have to sit up. It still hurts, right? Don't try to push yourself.
No, I'm alright. My back has nothing to do with this. This spasm is like an everyday thing.
Her back has nothing to do with this? What do you mean, everyday thing? This is normal for you? She doesn't answer. That means yes. I can't believe it. She suffers through this kind of pain all the time? Why? That's not right. That's not normal. Akiha still doesn't answer. She just nods silently.
Like you say, I'm not normal. This spasm is not like your anemia. This is a pain all people of the tonal blood go through. When you cannot stand this pain, you become like Shiki.
What?
I told you, people of the tonal line are abnormal. The tonal blood in me is strong. As I grew up, it became worse and worse each day. Now it's getting to a point where I can't help it. I am like this every night.
Akiha just talks without holding any grudge against her blood. I understood what Akiha is saying, but at the same time, I don't want to accept it. What do you mean? I don't get what you're saying.
Nissan, you really are stupid.
Akiha laughs. She smiles, looking a bit troubled.
My body uses more heat than the average person, so I cannot get enough energy using normal methods, and I end up having to get heat directly from someone. Like you say, I act like a vampire trying to contain myself. But the more I rely on it, the more abnormal I am. I'm acting more like a Tono. But without it, I have no way to control myself.
Akiha.
Do you understand? I have to take away heat from something alive. I am an incomplete creature. That's Tono Akiha for you, Nissan.
I cannot say anything, but I still manage to find something to say. To not say anything right now only hurts Akiha even more. That's why you were... That's why you were sucking Kohaku-san's blood.
You knew, Nissan, that I got blood from Kohaku?
Yeah, sorry for not telling you. Akiha blushes and looks down.
That's a last resort. It doesn't have to be blood I take in. It can be body heat. It can be mental heat. Anything with heat gives me power.
Can it be fire? Like...
Oh, so maybe she wasn't drinking Kohaku's blood earlier.
Well, who knows?
Okay. Blood just happens to be the most efficient method.
So you're different from Shiki. You're not a real vampire like him.
Yes, I'm not like Shiki, as I can't make people like me. I can only take from other people.
Akiha looks away from me. But that's good for me, because it's just a matter of the difference in kind of food you take in. I feel relieved, but you kept on telling me you're abnormal, but you're normal. Unlike Shiki, you're a normal human being. That spasm you had, it won't happen if you get some blood, right? Then...
It is true that it would not occur if I taken some blood. But I can't stand getting blood just because I want to. If I get used to that, I would just be like Shiki. No matter how painful it is, if it's just physical pain, I can stand it. The tonal blood awakens more at night, but it dies down in the morning. So this isn't normal for me. You don't have to look at me that way.
You're stupid. If you were in so much pain, I'd be glad to give you as much blood as you want. I'm being honest. If I knew Akiha was in this much pain every night, I would have given her blood every time.
No, I do not want to drink anyone's blood. I really do not want to drink Kohaku's blood either.
So we're in the middle of a scene here, and it's going to lead to a sex scene one way or another. And those tend to be pretty long. We're at 3 hours now, so you want to call it a day here and pick up tomorrow?
Sure, we just gotta remember that. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So Shiki, why do you always have to do that right after a fight?
Yeah.
Shiki. It's always after fighting Shiki.
Alright, so thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. And we should be able to finish the Akiha route. Looking at the flowchart here, there's... I mean, there's still quite a bit left. It might be a long stream, but we should be able to get it done. Alright, so thanks for watching. See you then.